Rightio, so we just got back from Rockhampton and we bought AU Speedway car, ready to go. So what we want to do is we want to see the difference between buying a Speedway car when you're first getting into Speedway, or versus buying a cage and building a car. And that way, I'm thinking, you know, the car, if you build it yourself, you know where all the problems are, what's going to go wrong and that sort of thing, right? Versus buying the car, you know, you got something already set up, you can just jump in, start racing, you know. Money wise, it's going to probably cost about the same from the output. We want to keep tabs on how much it costs and all that sort of thing. Try and work out whether, which is the best way to go about it, so we can let people wanting to know what it's like getting into Speedway, the costs on everything. So we bought this car off a bloke. He done us a really good deal for about $5,000. He pulled the suspension out and just put stock suspension back into it. But this car, it's got stage 3 cam. It's had 60 thou shaved off the head. It's got oversized 60 thou over pistons. And it's all been put back together, sealed up. He raced it in Rocky last weekend, and he come in at second in the feature race. You know, we were talking to him about it last night. We were at his place when we were picking the car up, and he said, with the right driver, this car should run at the front. So, us being new, never raced Speedway or anything before, we're hoping not run last, maybe. Jess she's gonna be running that car, and I'm gonna build this other car as quick as I can, and show you guys all about me and the journey of building this car, and try and get it out in the race, see how much longer it takes, and see whether I'm even coming close to the pace with the car that I built, as opposed to a car that someone that's been in Speedway for a long time has built and put together. And we'll learn a bit on the way. Do you want to have a look at this car? Right, here she is. We've got red lights in the front, only plastic. Looks good in this camera, but she's dirty. This car is dirty. We just took her for a strap around the paddock here, up the paddock up there, and it was dirty as. So anyway, this is our car. He's changed the number. This is the new registered number to the car. So it was 67, but he's now changed it to 87 and registered it as a number 87 car. That's his business that we bought it off. So this is the car set up. There's our race seat there. 40-inch race seat, fits me in pretty good, so that's good. Steering wheel down here just bolts on there, or clips on there. Here's our gauges that we're running. So we've got water temp, oil pressure, got a fuel pressure gauge down here, I think. Yep, and tacho and all that. Obviously manual, so he reckons you just putt around in first gear, and when you go across the go line, whack her in the second and just feed it. Batteries back here. That pipe over there, that's all for your coolant going through to the radiator here. So this has got a pretty big radiator in her. These are about $300 apparently from Pro One. I've learnt Pro One's a good spot to get your parts from, a lot of race parts from there. Just run regular thermos here. Nothing special about them, they just look like they're out of an EL or something. EL things. Pull this boot lid off. Here we go, in the boot. This is obviously just fiberglass. Here's in the boot. Look at the dust in there. We only ran around the paddock for like 5 seconds. Oh yeah, there's your overflow bottle. That's just running the stock AU overflow bottle, just a regular overflow. So that's interesting, nothing special there. There's a fuel cell. So that's an RCI fuel cell. Yeah, there's a hole up here, see? Open that up, that's how you fuel her up in through the top with a funnel. Here's your fuel pump. So apparently there's 2 kinds of fuel pumps you can use. And that's your fuel filter there. Pro Flow it's called. This is what you get for fucking $5 grand. It's not bad. Bit of marks and shit around the place, but it's alright. Yeah, this is the one we got. Look at that intake, how beautiful is that? Look at that alloy weld and all these fucking flexi bends and shit. Looks awesome. Oh, that's how he's mounted it. Look at that. Good idea. This here is for if you need to get towed. They just hook that onto the tractor and they tow you out. This here taps for bleeding your fuel bleed. You can bleed in fairly often. So we're running just 2 V-belts on the front here. Oh, that one's not a V-belt, that's a ridge belt, but yeah. All the seals. So in here, if you look down in here, that there, see that tag there? That's your seal. So that's for your engine seal. Seal the bottom of your engine to your head there. Got to run stock exhaust manifold. You can't run extractors. So this here is where your computer is. There's your computer and bits and pieces of wiring and all that. It's got all start relays and all that shit. So that's your aftermarket wiring harness that they've made up for it. This is out of a EB computer, Simo. See that blue tag there? That's your seal. So you got to send your computer away, and they'll set your computer to stock and seal it up. So that's all sealed up, ready to go. It's all stuff we'll have to do for this other race car that we're building. Yesterday we were practicing down on the track, and we could hear a loud noise when the car was going into a corner. And we found that, have a look down here, the wheel nuts were loose. And see what's happened, it's fucked the rims. It's all ovaled out on all this. Come over here. All the wheel studs here are all rooted all the way around. So I went to try and pull a wheel stud out, and found that these wheel studs don't fit through the hole. This hole here is supposed to be for the wheel studs to go out, and you put the new ones in. These are a bigger, thicker, heavier wheel stud. So to fix that, we gotta pull the whole fucking axle out, get a new wheel bearing pressed on and pressed off, because when you separate them you can't reuse the same one, and weld the wheel bearing back in, because these have to have a wheel bearing welded in. So we're not doing that. So we're gonna hopefully put a new wheel on and take it for a run down on the track, see if we can run these wheel studs for a little bit until we got time, because we got racing. Not tomorrow, the next day is Jess's first race, I want to make sure it's going to be right for that race, and we haven't got 2 days, 3 days to pull the axle out and get it all pressed on and pressed off. Anyway, so this is what we're doing. We're just tightening this back here back on because I took it off to try and get a little bit more angle to see if I could sneak it out the side. It's 1st of January 2021, Happy New Year. First day of racing for us. So we have me kids with us, so that's going to make it even more of a challenge. So anyway, we'll figure it out. See if you can see behind me. There's the car. It's loaded up. It's been a crazy time trying to figure out what tools we need to take, what parts we need to take. We have no idea what to expect. They say scrutineering opens at 10 o'clock through till 2 o'clock or some shit like that. I don't know exactly. So we're going to try and hit the road. We were up late last night because of New Year's partying and carrying on. Yeah, so we'll see how we go. It's a bit of a challenge. We've got a 2-hour drive ahead of us now. Here's the car, loaded up, ready to go. Fingers crossed nothing breaks. Fingers crossed we have a good race day. About to go on the track, first time. Are you excited?
No, I'm scared.
Hey, Grand Parade. Yeah, go that way and just turn around up there. Yeah, good Jess! That was a freaking nightmare out there trying to get Jess all ready for a car. Here we go. Here we go. Come on, Jess. She knows she should be up there. We're still waiting for her. Yeah, it's got it? Was it good, babe?
Yeah. I got lost.
That's alright. Was it, did it feel like a lot of laps?
Not really.
Not really.
Get me up.
That was pretty cool. We're here, race day. Jess has just had a first race. Watched a few races and she's about to go back on now. Keep up with them, Jess. Yeah, that's the girl, Jess. Get up going, keep going. Yeah. Hey, she's going alright. Oh, she nearly spun.
Oh
She went on the infield.
no! Go again! Go again! Hurry up!
Roll through turn number 4. Turn number 1. And jump in for great jump immediately. So does Tomo. Tomo goes hard in this contact between Tomo and Curry.
Keep
Curry
going.
goes round, and meanwhile Jess gets taken straight to the wall. Twins 1 and 2, and they'll bring the yellows on immediately. Jack and Masters looking there. All okay. It's just a bit hot there on the high line still. A bit slippery, of course. When they run the traditional way, the cars don't usually up that high and that part of the racetrack. So that part of the circuit's going to be very slippery for all these guys.
Yeah, that's true.
Jessica Jacob Masters in to the infield, and CQ Steel. Number 87 cars have a quick look over. Going to make it back on the field. Awesome paint scheme on the helmet. Looks like a Daniel Ricciardo helmet paint scheme on that 87 if you get a chance to go have a look at it. Alright, we'll line it up again. So Jessica off the back, she's going back up to a position at P number 2. So we're being sent to the rear for that one. Here we go. Lights are out, we're going green this time by. Track will another start like the last one. Green flag, great stuff. That is no apology this time. He'll move up to the second position straight away. So heading to turn number 1.
How you going, Jess?
Let's go. Jacob Susan that high line. Here comes that Babin though with a great run. Come all the way from 7th up to 3rd, and now into 2nd as they get down to turn number 3, the Tatterstall's turn. Race up and up Babin. Down on. Almost 40 back in the 4th. Look at this side. On the current in turn 1. Off to the left front to avoid. Carries the second
She's
time
in front of the 2 girls, so that's
almost
what
around the
matters,
outside.
yeah.
Gets a great run. That car's got some motors. They're heading down the back straight away. And side by side, Tomo's going to get around the outside. Hold on, goes up before it's in contact. Opens another one. Everybody's back in more goes to the wall.
How the fuck did he do that?
He's going to keep going. Lose position. That's the 87 of Jessica Jacob Masters.
Come on,
Masters
Jess.
really pulled down, keeps it going. Meanwhile, Frapp is killing it out
She's
front.
in 4th last. That's good. No, she's in 4th.
That is on the green flag. jump out and it's on.
Come on, smash it. Well, that 23's not really looking around though.
Got a right on
He's there, but he's not having a go, yeah.
She's put him down
Hey?
straight.
Fucking oath.
Anyone front, there's the back road, then encourage. Looking all over the back. 87 yards, 80 miles. That's about a performance at the moment.
That's he's slowing in the corner, she's scared now.
Couple laps left to go.
Go on, smash it, look at that, look at that. Fuck it, that's walks away.
Get past the 61 and jump over. Ropes in hard and dependable one. It looks like the inside now, to turn number 3. Yeah. 61 car, white flag, this time
Steve's
by.
gonna be happy about that.
Bradford, last going to be long. Cooper negotiates that well, but it's all about second and third now. Oh my God, hard into 3.
That's it.
At least that number will hold on, as long as he doesn't make a mistake. But take it on the side, he's race number 2, Robin Trapp.
Yes.
Second will be John Babbitt. Coming third will be Peter Thompson.
Smash it.
Go. Send
Right,
up.
number 1.
Yeah.
23, Robert Trapp.
That game was over. He would have stopped by both.
You know which one stayed in? The one that the thing didn't snap off.
Oh.
Should we just leave it?
Just leave it. It's all right like that.
Back on.
Yeah, that'll be fine once that goes
Might
on.
happen again. Hopefully not.
Alright, so what I'm planning on doing is this wing, putting something underneath here where it's bent up. We might need to inspect that weld as well. Fuck, that's some dodgy shit when you start looking. Makes my race car look alright. Anyway, put some sort of support here underneath the car, and then put support here. So maybe a block of wood or a piece of steel or something, and then bring the tractor in and push this down back to where it belongs. That's my idea.
Jess has been running stock suspension in her car. She's just bought smooth suspension. Supposedly it's the best suspension you can get for Speedway. So here we got rear shocks, front shocks, and King springs here and here, front and some rears. Just show you a standard shock and smooth suspension shock. Oh, they're Coney shocks too. It'll just push this down like this. How's this for rebound? It's pretty cool, eh? Get this one out, you pull it, that's some good rebound on that shit. strut. Spring. Exactly the same to me. Oh, look, it almost looks like it's bent. Don't know what I mean, but this one is a little bit stiffer, I think. One, two. Goes inside it. Hey. This is the front strut. Jess has been racing on this, right? And it's only done 4 races. It was fine when it was in the car, but after 4 races, oh, this. It's rooted. Oh, it's a second ago that was just smashing on the bottom. It's sort of working better now, but it's absolutely rooted. Here, look here, look. So, you can put the spring on without a spring compressor. You just leave the strut top in the top, film that. And then you just have your spring in here loose, and you just line this up with the hull, and you use one of these good old faithful Commodore jacks, like this, and you just jack him up, film this going through the hole. Get the money shot, Jess. See? Jack it up. The thread goes up through the hole. Make sure your spring's in the right spot. And then you just keep going. Here you go. Just keep going until it pops through the top. Is it through?
Mm-hmm.
It's through.
Yeah.
Smash it, go. Is that the fucking chicken? She just got a trophy. It's just got 3rd in the feature. She did it. She did it. That car. She fucking did it. She's been saying all night, all I want to do is get a trophy.
The trophy. 3rd race meeting.
Well done. Anyone you want to thank?
Oh, my partner Beau, who's done an amazing job
That's me.
the races and fixing my car.
Yeah. Jess just raced and she got a fucking trophy in the feature. So happy.